fuck? What's it changing all the time? Hmm. That's also a possibility. You just put a pointer after it. There. Already had that on. Attachment 15. Hmm. Yeah. But. I'm fixing compile errors. Where's the thing supposed to be defined? Welcome task. First one, undo, redo, copy, exit. Go back here. Task. Yeah, this is a pretty complex project here. But it's not that scary. I'm just having a compile errors. I'm using a utils vector index and something changed in the compiler itself, the later version, where it now demands that the class that I pass to as a template parameter must be complete. So yeah, I added a static assert that tells me when, well, a little bit more clear that it is about a non-complete type that is being passed. And then the old projects like this, I just have to fix all occurrences of that, and that's several. I had several just, you know, struct something category declarations, not definitions, so without the braces, so incomplete, which works if you have them scattered all over the headers. But since they must be complete, I add a definition behind it, so just make them empty, but still. But now I get collisions because we have multiple definitions of those. So every time now I have different headers that all need a complete version, where before they just had a struct. I have to move that class to a header. Which is what I'm doing now. So I created this new header, which is now it's with the pragma once, and so it's just defined, and I have to include this header instead of defining that struct. So you have to search now for all definitions of pipeline factory category and then delete them and include this header. That would be this one, for example. So this can be just deleted. Copy that. And then instead I include the header. The header lives in pipeline, but this thing is also in pipeline, so that should work. Do we have another one? I don't see another. Actually, I do see another one. What is this? Oh, that is the category itself. That is the header I just added. And here it's just being used, used. So that was the only one actually. Although it must be defined here as well. I don't know why it's already deleted there. So I still need to have the. No, it's a task. And what? Was it in task? I mean, the pipeline factory is, yeah, this is obviously going to be defined in pipeline. So Vulkan pipeline. And I want to have the one, then the pinned index behind it for, well, whatever, some index, and then the index itself uses the same thing, but then with category behind it. And the namespace should be the same as the thing without the category. Not that it matters, but so pipeline factory lives in namespace task, I hope, then. Yep. So that's why I put the category in task as well. And I include the header here. So then hopefully that header was in task. Yeah. Okay, everything is fine. I mean, if you have some kind of consistency, then it's okay. As long as you do the same thing everywhere. Yeah, this is about the same class though. It's not a member of Vulkan task. Well, that just means I forgot to include the header, right? Nah, too many errors still. So this one, I forgot to include that header. Just doesn't have the header yet. And somehow the easiest is just to fix one compile error at a time, but there might be like 50 of them, so then I have to compile 50 times, which takes a minute every time. Well, a minute until the first error. No, less than a minute. But still, if I see a pattern, then I'm just doing a grab, some pattern search, and then I hope to fix several errors on a row. Index category was not declared in the scope. Well, it's definitely a different one. Index category. It's not even 4 declared here. Index and index category. Also defined in headers and twice, so that's not possible. Therefore, let's just add another one, I guess. My mouse is a little bit broken. Category. H. Socket. Of course, I don't know the namespace. Well, once. If we could do many of these things, then I might as well use a single header, right? Namespace Vulkan, probably not just Vulkan though. Maybe I still have it somewhere. No, this one is in pipeline for some reason. Well, why not? I don't care. Index category, and now where was the error? There. Category with H. And then compile again. Yeah, that might take an hour like this. Not sure how to automate it though yet. Pipeline factory category. Already have that one in pipeline. type. That didn't work. We are where are we? This is not in Vulkan. Okay, it must be a pipeline then. Pipeline slash, let's put it lower. Okay, I want to have the first error. Yeah. But the first error is with the -1. I don't know. I'll look at it later. Vector index. Redefinition. Again, design for index category. Did not already have an index category? Header, I mean. No, not really. Well, yes, I do. So we have a pipeline index category. This is in pipeline, so we might as well delete this one and then include pipeline factory. Okay, what was it? Oh, I forgot again. Index category. Include index category. I might as well put all categories in index category. So I have to only include one here. Yeah, maybe do that afterwards. I don't know. Did I have another one or what was it? I forgot. I think there was another one. Oh no, it's just the redefinition and then the the previous definition has to go as well then. There's this index category. So it already existed? I thought I just added it. I'm so confused. Is that the same error? Same error. Let's just fix this one because it happens also a lot. And this is again the same error as we just fixed. No match for operator equals. Operator type the Vulkan queue request index, aka utils vector index Vulkan queue request category, and utils vector index Vulkan queue request. Oh, that should be a category then. That's strange. Well, I guess this is gonna occur literally somewhere. Either literally or without the Vulkan. Grep sources. Not literally. Like this. Also not. What the hell? What? Where is this type being created? Maybe it's an automatic one. Is that possible? Could be. Meaning I have a utils vector of queue request somewhere, and then I don't pass an index to that. Yeah, that's likely actually. So we do this search again. This search, but then without the index. That would also do it. Oh, this must be it. Yes. If I know what queue request index is, then we also have the category. Just defining queue request.h. And I should have included that because I'm using it here. No, not directly it seems. I don't know why not. Where's the thing behind? Queues. This is in infos. I don't know. I'm adding, that's stupid. I'm adding categories. I should add index. And the index is called index, I think. Index, there's a queue request index, yeah, oh, okay. That it is mentioned here. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Already do that one index. Compiling with all CPUs. Still. Right. No error match for operator, not a mismatch. Operator types are utils vector, boost intrusive pointer, something, and a pipeline vectory, aka a different category. So it's the same problem. I made the utils vector with just the pipeline vectory, without passing the index. So a vector with pipeline vectory. There is only one. I should have passed an index, which is, I don't know, pipeline factory index, I guess. Same as this one. Yeah, by now I'm 100% sure that the AI completely fucked this up. Well, this kind of changes, I didn't see it make that at all. It just worked around compile errors. I didn't care whether it was correct or not. Another mismatch for operator square brackets. And this time we have a vector index with the wrong category. It should have been attachment node category, but it is using attachment node, which is probably again because attachment node was passed as argument to an utils vector. And what did I say that it had to be? Attachment node category. Well, no, I need to pass the index. Well, attachment node index then, I suppose. Where would that be defined? I don't know, I'll just fill it. Attachment node. What else can it be? Attachment node index. It doesn't get a color. Suspicious. Okay, attachment node category. Attachment index. There's another one, yeah. compile. Cannot convert vector index pipeline factory category to vector index without the category. So now we have still the same problem. Pipeline factory. Oh, wait a minute. This does have an index. I found that, but it's not true. There's none of them. What? The problem is the set index is taking the wrong type. Just go to the line that has the error. Hello. Set index. Totally takes a pipeline factory index. To the pipeline factory, we have two different pipeline factory indexes defined. Apparently. That is one, that is a vector index. Yeah, this one is wrong. No, wait a minute, it's not wrong. Index. Oh yeah, it's totally wrong. They cannot do this. Can you do this? Vector index boost tools of pointer. It is bullshit. That's what it is. Oh man. Try this and that is also nonsense. Huh? What? Let's try this. Task. This is already in task. No, it's broken. This should work. I like the looks of this index. So you have this one and I get the wrong key. Check not found my ass. Index. Another index. Pipeline handle. Pipeline factory index. Is that where we just came from? No, that's application. My god. This is the handle, I think. Then this is the difference. Because this one has no category, which was nonsense to begin with, but still. Now they should all be the same. Well, let's first make C-text again. So when I asked the AI to fix this, it saw these static assertions. You know what it did? It deleted the static assertion. Oh, the static assertion fails. You know what? Just delete it. It's actually a different static assertion, not this one, but okay. And yeah, surprise, surprise, it didn't help. Just got the compile error somewhere else. But no, let's replace those humans. Oh my god, such a scam. Well, are you telling me that this is make and it's still on my screen? It's the last error. In instantiation of blah blah blah, required by, required from here. Error, static assertion failed. Enchantum has detected that this enum is not fully reflected. Has that to do with the Q flags? Yeah, Q flags, okay. Should compile now. and it compiled. And all that because I wanted to have a debug output. Now I want to keep it compiling, but I did. So I should write everything to some log file. And that was not logging it, apparently. Try that again. And then I hope that I get what I want. Broker. I think this is what I was looking for. At least my hope was that that was a nice output. Maybe I can find another one that is also good. One with the continued would also be nice, actually. I could make a screenshot of this, but it's a bit big for, you know, documentation. What happens if I make it, yeah, that wouldn't work maybe. It doesn't look very nice like that. Absolutely does not look nice. Maybe like this. showing some nice colors. Hello, mushroom. Right. I was thinking about using this point here as, what the hell is this? Too many spaces. Search all spaces that are at the end of the line. Well, maybe, you know, like that more. Delete, delete, delete. Wait a minute, should I still have one space left now? No, this should be okay. This. What about this then? Just too long. Skips that line. Really weird. That's what I meant. Nee, nee. Let's see how that looks. It's not too bad, you can scroll it. It does stays It doesn't look ugly because it wraps and stuff. Yeah, maybe I should add what this is an example about for. I think it is an example for printing template types, especially this one, for example, and here. So we could say, for example, printing demangled template types or something like that. Unfortunately, that is not working. I think a color with one, well, without the U is American, isn't it? I got so used to it that I will not change it unless you make clear now that it's just completely wrong. Completely, I mean, also Americans type in U there, then I would change it. Why is it not showing my image? And why is this whole line lower? Oh, image showing color debug output. That's my alt. So it knew in advance that the image was not visible, or what? Inspect. There's an image here. Image. It's just not showing it. I guess I never copied it, maybe. It's not in the images. Images colored debug output.png. Yeah, but then again, you drive on the left side of the road, so not convincing. Mushroom. Ah, look, it doesn't even exist. What the hell is this? Richard's benchmark evaporation. What? Does this have to do with Lipsy? Oh, yeah, in Dumux. Oh, yeah, in what am I doing? What? Okay, this doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Why am I even here? Alice images. Yeah, so I never copied it then. I copied it here from here to where? Move. I moved it even into images. It's still here then. No, I don't see it. To see, yeah, here. Okay, that was nonsense. We should move that to WD images. Still not there because I should have moved it to dock. Okay, now it becomes really annoying. It's called image. Now it's called. Well, try this again. Move that to dock images. But now I have to pass the correct name. Well, correct in quotes because there's no U in it. And there it is. Finally, make a dock site. Go to reload, and there's my image. And it was resized, so it's so it fits. But yeah, well, it's still reasonably sharp, I guess. Yeah, no, I'm hardcore. I'll never use the mouse. I'm gonna make this font a little bit smaller. So hopefully we can find out what the ID or the class is of this thing. It would be nice if I just could click on this and then it would jump to into that, but it doesn't. It doesn't jump, and I don't know how to change that. So now you do it like this, and then find it. Yeah, this fragment. Yeah, Doc's awesome fragment wrapper. I mean, obviously you will have several fragments in the end, maybe. How to change this? Can I change the class or the ID of a code block? Is the question now. Let me first commit what I have actually. Git status. Oh, did I commit it already? What was the other thing? Did I commit that already? Before we forget that. No, I didn't. Maybe I should. Im vector, I'm gonna type utils even, utils vector index categories must be complete. No, I guess. Git push. Reach under the table for the secret button. And we're done with that. And then no changes added for commit. Div. Never ask something to the AI without first committing everything we have. Git commit -a -m. Work on about. Save what you can before asking a question. This is the AI. What was my question? Yeah. I added a code block. I added a just code block in, and I've got a name about ellipse-wt. Oh. Well, whatever. Not sure that works actually. Just delete this. Yeah, that too. You have to commit your own work before you ask a question, because I lost a lot of work not doing that. What does it want to do now? Access external directory root. It looks for user share. Well, okay. It wants to do this. It tells me that it is in the root, or it tells the open code. Therefore, I have now to give access to the root. It could have just said, give me access to user share doc. I'll say allow once. See? It immediately tried to hack me. Accessing proc. Sorry, it was only once. What did it exactly do here? It's the most ridiculous things. Holy shit, man. Let's burn some tokens. Glob / users. Asshole. Fucking AI. We need a new word. I'm refusing to use AI. A, okay, but I, there is no I. AS, artificial slop. And then it ignored 5 pages of errors, and it just says, yes, the reliable is to wrap the markdown code block. It knew, apparently, because... Fuck, man. Unbelievable, this. don't count on it. Well, actually it will, because your manager thinks it's great. Your manager will... isn't it happening all over the planet already? That companies fire people en masse, put AI in place, and then hire other people to clean up the mess that the AI produced. Maybe how do you sell that in English? A hole in the market. Start to make advertisements with. Did your AI screw up? Do you need to rescue your company from AI? Slop. Call us. We all do the cleanup. Bet you'll get lots of work. Yeah, wrap the whole thing in another div. Yeah, worst case, yeah. Definitely. Might not even be the worst case. Now we have both a class and an ID. It's a little bit too much, I think. Okay. Let's start with copying it. Go back to about. Edit about. Yep. I don't know. It was a different tab, I suppose. Not even in doc. BI about. Oop. Hey, nothing changed. Very good. See if we can still find it back though. We can find my div back. Where is it? In here somewhere? I'm sure they don't get where are we? Oh, in here. Maybe. Yeah. Here we are. You know, it's a div and then a div and then a div and then a... I don't know what that is. Still don't see my text. Oh, it adds one line at a time. No elements selected. Maybe you can just change font size and that will be inherited. So let's just set the font size on class about example output. Okay, yeah, well, not smaller. This is also nice, I guess. So that's how, oh, that's how I had to do it. Well, now it's doing it. See, now it's doing literally what I said, instead of just doing what it told me to do before. That is talking about a pre. I don't have a pre. There's no pre. Let's see if this works. Did not work. Now I have to tell the AI what HTML is, because I don't ask it to look for itself. I think it's just too lazy to do that. This is MD file. What about MD file doing here? Build here doc, shouldn't that be HTML? Or yeah, both? No, what? What is it? Index. That is index. Okay. Index.html. No, not how. I don't care. Make it work. There. I have increasing problem with typing please, because I hate this thing by now. Subcommand failed. What is Linux viewer doing here? I think top project got set weird, or no. Yeah. Why? What is the reason of that? How can that be influenced? I don't get it. Oh my. Oh, I asked a question about it. Yeah, the stupid thing. Well, the stupid thing is my fault, but it is sharing the build directory overruns, and that as a result, it even shares the build directory with different projects. Probably should change that. This is just stupid, of course. I hope that the build directory is not empty. Otherwise this would have been removing the whole root. Yes. Configure. AAP build. I forgot how. Why? Quiet. Okay, gotta do it here anyway. Yeah, only 5%. Yeah, the elite, I would say the whole world, but it's just elite, of course. The elite have completely gone crazy. Completely crazy. I don't know what they're planning, or it's just they all have dementia, like our presidents, the guys that rule the world. You know, when Biden was, let's just walking after little girls because, yeah, you saw the video? Unbelievable. He's like in the White House and he sees a little girl somewhere and he just goes outside and complete senile old guy. He had no idea anymore what he was doing. And they just leave him be. He's just still the president of America. Nobody's doing anything. To me, that was saying everything. It's I don't know, man. It's one big shit show. The whole ruling of the world exists on one thing, and that is a few guys trying to make themselves as rich as possible. It's the only thing that matters to them. Talking about senile, I forgot what I was doing. Yeah, I wanted to change the font actually. I would also like to change the font. Prefer heck. Or else, no. This is YouTube. We have here the Deja Vu some mono. The 16 point is part of the. Yeah, Deja Vu some mono, I guess. Why no quotes around the heck? It looks so weird this way. And verified, it says. Yeah, I don't think you verified anything. The font changed. Nobody knows what we're using, but this should be heck, I think. And if it is heck, it should look the same as this one now. And it does, isn't it? But the distance between the lines is still more than here. It literally use normal. Okay, what do you guys think? Is it in appealing example here? For example, printing demangled template types. Yeah, wall of text. Multi-threaded debug output with colors. Variable 2120. There should at least be an example, I think, where you see a source file line number being printed, but yeah, then again, it's already here and people can imagine how that looks like, I suppose. Yeah, I could add another one that is just. I have a test, I think. One of these tests should have lots of those tests actually. Where should those be? Build here, tests, Campbell. Oh, doesn't print anything. How do you make them print the stuff? You have to run the test, I think, and then pass something to it. Bows, maybe? Sheet test. Help. Just the bloody option to pass a directory. Test here. Build there or build there tests? I don't know. For bows. Extra for bows. Minus R something, extra for bows, and something being, let's say, just this one. Yeah, you have output. Do we have output? No, we don't have output. It just prints that it did run it. Use this one. Too much debug output. Uh, Actually, I think it's still the same guys, same channel. They just went a lot more quiet, slower, different. But I'll delete this because yeah. Yeah, quit your job, Murad. You cannot be fired after you did that. That is definitely an advantage. Talking about having no job. What did SpaceX do today? I'm curious because I didn't buy the stocks. Well, curious. I already saw that they did rise. So I gambled wrong. Damn it. Oh my fucking god. Plus 16% in one day. Kill me. So should have bought them. So I could have bought them for 162, I think. Yeah, bad decision. Yeah, my decision was that it was a gamble, and I don't like gambling. But I would have liked if it would have been much lower. 162, 15%. So let's say I would have bought 10,000 or something like that. Times 0.15 is $1,500. I could have made $1,500 in one day. It has surged 35% since the EPO, since Friday. Driven by strong retail and institutional demand. The company is now the most richly valued mega cap. But why? Is that just because Elon Musk, or is it because they lose billions every year? It's kind of the same as Tesla, of course. Tesla was losing big money for years and years and years. And then he did a 10x or something for it. Yeah, this sucks, man. It is situated in Texas. Yeah, of course. Procedures. XAI is also part of it. I don't like, you know how I think about AI. I think AI is one big bubble. So one of the reasons I didn't buy it is because I think XAI is also part of it. So it's not just the space stuff, flying to Mars, stuff like that. Also a money hole. Why are people buying this? Damn it. Yeah, well, I don't know, man. I mean, when will it fall, Because this might easily go on till 250. Normally you need news before something changes. And the next news is this is ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. Why? Yeah, okay. I wish I did step in as well. Really. Now I wish I did. You can say, well, you can still do that. But now it's 187, Shit. But it is ridiculous. Now what an explanation. At least Elon is making money. Can he have 82% voting power without having the majority of the shares? Confused. Let it be a sine wave. I mean, I read that I had to make the decision. I made a decision on Wednesday to not buy it, and one of the reasons was that that it is combined with AIX, which is AI, which I don't want, and also Twitter, which is making big losses all the time. So he renamed Twitter X, and AI is now called X, AIX. Everything X is in it. And then the ticker is called SpaceX, SPCX. It's really a weird combination of stuff. This is bullshit. If you were living in the USA, you could buy it for 135. So everyone who did that is so fucking lucky, it's unbelievable. And in Europe, you could only buy it for 162. So I'm living in Europe. I could not buy it for 135. So I was like, yeah, come on, you know. If I had lived in the USA, I would have done it, definitely. I would have done it for 135. But if they say, hey, everyone in America gets it 135 and you get it for 162, do you want it? Another reason to say no. I'm a bit pissed off. On the other hand, let's see how much money I actually made today without SpaceX. Less. Only 1,300, I think. Oh, wait a minute, it's closed. 1,300 euros. When I woke up, I was plus 1,750. So it more feels like I lost 450 euros. Actually. So there you see, you Mushroom, quit your job. You don't need to work. Just buy the right stocks. Have money to begin with, of course. Otherwise, you can't buy stocks. I already ate, right? Yeah, I did eat. Don't feel like coding anymore. Well, I don't feel like writing the stupid this. I want to eat something. It is quite late actually, but I think I'm gonna go for a walk in the hope that the ice cream shop is still open. Very unlikely. But that's good because I shouldn't eat ice cream. But hey.